Hello, this is the Complicated Fellow. Welcome to the 15th episode of How It Could Have Been Better. Today I am going to talk about Baahubali The Beginning, an Indian epic fantasy movie which is released in 2015. It is directed by S.S. Rajamouli and starring Prabhas, Rana Daggubati, Anushka Shetty, Tamannaah, Satyaraj and Ramya Krishnan. I have huge expectation from the movie, and to be honest, I did enjoy it mostly. But it could have been a little bit more interesting. The relationship between Shiva and Avantika is handled poorly. Her transformation from a spirited warrior to a coy damsel is really abrupt. They should spend some time to build their relationship. Now, let me give some depth to that. So, Shiva sees Avantika for the first time when she fights Balal Dev's men, as in the movie. Later, Shiva follows her to the rebels' den. There, the leader of the group comes to know that Avantika has lost her mask and gets angry at her for being careless. So he takes away Avantika's mission to rescue Devsena and gives it to some other person. Seeing that, Shiva feels bad, so he decides to give the mask back to her. Next day, when Avantika is lonely and brooding, Shiva approaches her. But thinking him as a spy, Avantika attacks him. They have a fight, but soon Baladev's men come and she escapes. Shiva fights them alone, but soon Avantika joins him when she realizes her mistake. After the avalanche caused by Shiva, they both find themselves far from Mahishmati. Here, to her surprise, Shiva gives Avantika the mask and introduces himself. Avantika informs him about Devasena and the atrocities done by Balaldev. So now they both team up and decide to rescue Devasena. On their journey to Mahishmati, Shiva shows some uncanny swordsmanship. When Avantika asks where he learns that, Shiva says he doesn't know. Soon Avantika also begins to fall for him. Once the romance between Avantika and Shiva is established, Shiva draws on Avantika and her transformation scene can be added. In Mahishmati, Avantika and Shiva disguises themselves as tattoo artists painting their faces. Shiva feels some sort of familiarity around the city. Later, from a customer, Avantika learns that her rebel mates have been captured. At night, Avantika goes to free her mates and Shiva goes to rescue Devasena. Another thing that bugs me is that Kalke's strategy in war. I don't think Kalkeus uses the information given by the traitor, since his army does not use a shield to protect themselves from the arrows. So let's omit that traitor part and add another scene. Suppose a nearby kingdom sends a messenger to Mahishmati for help as Kalke's army is about to attack them. Baahubali and Balaldev goes there leading an army. But when they reach there, the kingdom is completely destroyed in such short period of time. This way we can understand the force they are dealing with. Later, in disguise, Baahubali and Balaldev go to a nearby town to get some intel about Kalkeus and his army. It would feel better if they show the ideological differences between Baahubali and Balaldev, which can be shown in a conversation between the two. Baahubali likes the idea of direct interaction with the people, whereas Balaldev believes it will make the king weaker as he would hesitate to take tough decisions. Baahubali believes in serving the people and Balaldev in ruling and keeping them in order. A genuine fondness between the cousins could be developed by let them share the same room with each other. It will show that they are inseparable. So when Balaldev turns to the dark side, audience would be worried. It can be shown that Bijjaladev is jealous of Baahubali and he uses tricks to create rift between Baahubali and his son Balaldev. But Balaldev ignores him most of the time. It is actually Bijjaladev who gives his son better weapon for battle without the thought that winning the war is more important than personal ego. I do not like the fact that Maharani Shivagami announces that who would kill Kalkeus would become the king of Mahishmati. It would have been better if after the war she asks the people of Mahishmati to choose their king and they chant Bahubali's name. Two of them should fight together as friends and not as competitors. So after the end of the war with Kalkeus, Balaldev begins to transform as a rival to Baahubali. So this is it. This is how Baahubali The Beginning could have been better. If you like this episode, share it with your friends. Feel free to write your thoughts below. You can also ask me which movie you want me to do next. Also check out the previous episodes of the series. And don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you for your time.